up with this flow.
Games this year, it's an I formation, and they hand it off, and that is absolutely stuffed and sniffed out by the Eagles defense. We got 2 onside players on this punt, so just keep an eye on that. A nice punt at that, and it's fielded well, but is immediately tackled and wrapped up by a Nepean with the first down. They're going to go to pass, and he fires over the middle, almost picked off by London Perron. And we talked about him as a returner, but now we should mention he's also very capable. They start in I formation again. It's going to be a halfback pass. Shiloh airs it out. He's got somebody open, and it is dropped.
Number 11, Thomas St. Laurent.
Okay, so the snap is handled, and it's punted. Now, he's got to be careful here because if he touches that, that's a live ball. But he's going to fresh set of downs for the Panthers, and it's going to be a handoff on a jet sweep. That's to Shiloh, who has come up and close to another first down, still fighting for yards. But he's brought down, and another right out here closest to us. The toss is to the right side, and he takes a little bit of a stiff arm, which buys him enough time to get a first down and much, much more. That's going to be a first down Panthers.
Yeah, Shiloh had a great job. Just again, like I said, bread and butter, just a little toss to the field, and give.
Enters the quarterback, and it's going to be a toss left. And a nice cut back inside. He's got some room. He might go. He's to the 10-5, and he is scoring. And first blood is drawn by the Cumberland Panthers.
I mean, that's a 38-yard touchdown by Marvin LaRosar, and that doesn't happen without the lead block of Shiloh McKendy. So we talked about Shiloh coming this way towards us and Marvin leading them, and as soon as they flip the field and run the exact same play, just the other way, it's Shiloh blocking for Marvin.
That is a well-executed toss out to the far side. And just that is an instinctual cut as a running back to feel that and know when to cut it upfield and get north. He scores for the Panthers, and they go up 7-0.
Yeah,
3 receivers to the strong side. It's a reverse, and he's got room. Number 25 of the Eagles gets around the last defender. He's going to get a chunk of yardage on that play. No flags down, so a good response by the Eagles in this first drive.
So that's the play that the coach marks down in his play sheet, that it worked coming one way when they had to make up those yards after the ineligible man downfield. And the coach just marks that and says, I'm going to go back, though. Let's figure it out.
2nd and a mile. Eagles run. They complete it. That is number 27, Wallace.
That's another one that the coach is putting his little check mark on his play sheet and says, you can do it, we can do it better. You want to run halfback pass? We can run halfback pass. So they just ran it. The Panthers ran it for an incomplete earlier in the game out of a toss, and the Eagles just ran it out of a little hitch screen down to one of their receivers.
Really nice pass, placed perfectly for St. Laurent, and they go back to the sweep game off the right side. Shiloh gets a gashing the Eagles defense for another maybe 25-yard gain.
That play's set up really well. You've got a good lead block in Marvin. They come back, can't call it crackback anymore. That block doesn't exist, but they bring St. Laurent down along the line to take that outside man.
It's a great observation, Mike. They go back to the toss. They feel comfortable with this play, and they're getting big yardage with it. Shiloh really using that stiff arm, and it's working. You know, every time he extends that arm on the defender, he's buying himself 5, 6, 7 yards after contact.
Yeah, his big brother's teaching him something.
That's right. We're referring obviously to Fabrice.
And that's what the Eagles need to do. They need to get to this quarterback and get off the field.
Oh! So he just decided to go to the passing game. He took a shot. Looked like he had maybe 2 receivers in the same place on the field, which typically you don't want to see. That is defended.
Who's in many A-Cups for the next number of years.
That's right. Can't wait. They go back to that receiver. Oh, a bit of a lucky bounce and a completion. And the Eagles are going to he's got to cut back But what a gain and what a completion by the Nepean Eagles. They're running that receive.
They're just hoping that there's going to be somebody bites up, and that's what happened. And then there you just saw the corner bite, and there was a receiver and
it was actually really well defended by Perron, but nonetheless, he's going to keep the offense out there. They're going to toss left and go for that reverse again, and a reverse pass. Nonetheless, they complete it. I don't know if it's enough, though. No, it's not. They're going to turn the ball over, but you got to like.
What a call.
You got to like the attitude there.
Oh, amazing. Toss, reverse, pass. And it was completed. I mean, I know it didn't.
Reverse pass. Now, this receiver didn't really get down.
Got turned around.
Far enough. And, the other thing, too, is that.
Only allowed a couple yards in the return.
So as the clock ticks down on the third quarter, actually named team captain this year, too. So the Eagles go long, and they got it! Getting a little hot and excited here on the mic, but what a completed pass.
Again, 25 yards in the air. Their quarterback took a big shot after that. I think.
And Provo.
It's the exact same play.
Looks to pass, and this time he's got it. He's got it. Touchdown Eagles. It's a tie ball game. No flags down. And unbelievable.
They ran the exact same play. The formation was a little different. They didn't have a second back in the backfield. They split him out wide to the right side. But exact same route combination. And that time the quarterback put it right in his hands.
Here it is. So sometimes you just go back to what.
One of the reasons they went back to it is because that defensive player covering right there in the end zone had gone down and was injured and left the field. And so they had a backup in. And so they went right back. The Eagles are the same way.
It's great to see, and community involvement, getting everybody out to these games. This is a big play. It's going to be a kickoff, and the Eagles have it. So the Eagles convert the squib kick. I don't really know. It was hard to see if it was mishandled or if they just executed it perfectly, but nonetheless,
these Eagles. 3
receivers to the Eagles' right. He's going to let it go again. He's got a wide open receiver who catches it. He's up to the 20, the 10, stiff arms, and stays in bounds for the touchdown.
Nope. They're saying he stepped out just at the 7-yard line.
Well, let's have a look at this. So they run the slant underneath, which kind of draws maybe the corner in. He follows the slant. They run the corner out around him.
In the slot back.
He's wide
10
open.
or 27 and 25 play.
But I wonder if he stepped out.
Slot. You're saying he stepped out right there with a crowd, with that gentleman's toque.
He's out of the shotgun again. Looking again to that same play. This time, they get it. Touchdown, Eagles. Unbelievable. They go back to that play again. And you've got to wonder, maybe, if the Panthers defense saw that maybe 3 or 4.
Not to show how much Madden you play. If you know something works and it's working, throw it. And these coaches are doing it. They're creative coaches on the Eagles sideline, but they also understand that we have something. We have a route combination.
Rotate more guys in and get more experience to some other people at the quarterback, running back positions. Perron's got the ball, and he's got some space. He's running up the sideline. He's got some room.
He's gone, Jesse.
And he's just past the last defender, and no flags on the field. London Perron. We've been calling it all night and waiting for it. No bigger time in the game for him to break one on the punt return.
So I want to call myself a little forecasting.
Let's have a quick look at this before we get back to live action. It's a clean punt.
They are set up. They are set up for wall right. They've got a couple guys looking to make those blocks. And there he goes.
And listen, this last guy just barely shoelaced him. But the speed is just too much of London Perron. He gets his team back in.
What do we think's coming, Jess?
Well, I'd be surprised if it wasn't a corner, but it's over the top. It's intercepted. Intercepted over the middle. He might have enough to go the whole way. He's going to try to be caught. He will be caught. Oh, he gets loose. Unbelievable. Finally ripped out of bounds. But 11.5 seconds left. That's Provo, who throws over the middle, intercepted.
We said that play was coming. We said that the backside.
Have a look at that one, Mike. What a critical play on defense.
He's nice and calm in the pocket, and I think he has that same corner route that we've been talking about all night.
There's a timeout on the field, so we've got time. He throws it over. It's a little bit overthrown, and a solid catch. And he just takes it. I thought he got loose there at the end. He's running down the sideline, shakes off two defenders here. Maybe you want to see maybe a bit of an effort by the quarterback to make the tackle there, but especially for a guy that has played defense.
I was a little worried that Ashton was going to keep fighting for yards, and all of a sudden the clock was going to run out on him. I don't know how many teams are in this division, so I think that also will play a factor in it. But they don't go east-west anymore. In NCAFA, it's just 1 to 8, and.
Couldn't keep up with this flow.